director makes movies in 4 days and just does one take.
And he was the same one from Retro Puppet Master. Like, was he like that then as well?
I think we tried a little bit harder on Retro Puppet Master. I think once he got his competitive edge making 4-day wonders, and that's what Alien Presence was. But those panning shots are unforgivable.
I mean,
I was dizzy. I felt like I was on the Simpsons ride at Universal, and it was just like starting to get kind of motion sickness. So I'm going to call him right after this and ask him what the fuck that was about.
I've got a 5-minute long version of it bouncing back and forth, and I'll post in the fan group later on.
Wasn't Greg the best part of that movie, though,
Yeah.
folks?
I can't easily.
Which you will tell you when you go to the Wikipedia page for Alien Presence.
It's true.
This movie is mostly known for Greg Sistero's presence in it.
I have to say God's blessing that I picked that part, because any one of those would have been a complete disaster.
Yeah, you really got the pick of the litter. That was
I
great.
looked like I didn't want to be there again,
Yeah.
and got in and got out.
And you had some great running scenes?
Yeah.
How long did you have to train for those action scenes?
I probably about 3 months. So.
It paid off.
And
It
then the
looked
mic,
great.
I had to look cool putting my mic back in my
As it was like falling because of the antenna. Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
right.
and, he's like, hey, leave your mic in your pocket. Not your comments.
Do you have any questions?
Question right there.
Who taught you run like Tom Cruise?
Well, I run like Tom Cruise when I'm playing soccer with running shoes on, and that when I would play with Tom, we played one-on-one on an entire soccer field, and so I would just bolt the whole way. He's like, my God, you're a monster. I watched The Firm. You run exactly like Tom Cruise.
Which means that's what he was like focusing on in The Firm.
Yeah.
I could not follow plot, but running is so plot.
Honestly, that's mostly what The Firm is. Did that answer your question? Okay. We'll take another one.
Back there on the side again.
So in the last credit, it said this is dedicated to Eartha Kitt.
And Van Johnson.
Van Johnson and Eartha Kitt.
Eartha Kitt, the Catwoman?
Yeah, it's dedicated to Eartha Kitt and Van Johnson. Both died in 2008.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Probably against her wishes. She was credited.
It just
That dedication was a spite.
It just gets weirder.
Leave me out of Alien Presence.
We'll take a question right here.
I will pass on that one. I watched the movie, I still don't know what it's about. I mean, I just saw a lot of talking scenes, a lot of trees, random interjections that I do not know what it's about. But it was, a twisty ending. Well, you guys are the first audience to see it, so you guys have to decide that.
Give yourselves a big round of applause, audience.
Yeah.
You did it. Question right here, yes.
Do you remember where the building location was? Because something in that creek?
No, so that's actually like Malibu State Park, which is a beautiful place, and they made it look like a swamp. So we shot in like East LA at that house, which they've used in a ton of different movies. So we were there for 2 days, and then we were in Malibu for 2 days, and that was pretty much the extent of it.
So now you can go on the Alien Presence reality tour.
So when you go to Malibu, you can actually see those trees in person if you really want to.
They're the least wooden actors in the movie.
Aside from Greg.
Doesn't Terrence Malick live in Austin?
Oh yeah.
Sometimes.
I think that looked like they ripped him off.
Take a question right here.
What clothing store do you think is best represented by the movie?
Goodwill.
Which makes sense because that movie is supposed to take place in 2008, but it looks way more like 2001.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, I can't blame anybody else, but for my wardrobe, I got that stuff at like J. Crew and those terrible jeans, man. I always find bell-bottom jeans. I gotta.
That was the style at the time.
Yeah, you're right.
That was the style at the time. Goodwill Hunting. Yes, we'll take a question right here.
In Retro Puppet Master, you talked about how the old man talked about how the director was so fat. Did he lose some pounds between that movie and this one, or was he still just?
No, he got bigger, but
He's a sweet man.
He's a good sport. I mean, he made this movie in 4 days. Let's give him the benefit.
Imagine what he could accomplish in 6.
Any more questions? Take some more. Okay, well, lots of questions. Yes, right here.
Greg, have you been in any other movies that you haven't seen?
Yes. One other one. The Pit and the Pendulum, directed by him again.
Ladies and gentlemen, what?
Trilogy.
Yeah, that's the only other one I've been in that I haven't seen.
Is it on
And it
Amazon?
takes place at that house. The same location.
You don't say.
This is the greatest day of my life.
So it's shot at the same time?
Shot at the same time.
Of course it was.
And I don't know my character's name in that one either.
So wow, I can't believe you had an 8-day stretch of filmmaking. That's unheard of.
You remember nothing about any of it?
No. I thought Pit and the Pendulum, it might be interesting, Edgar Allan Poe, but I think it was very much like this.
The Pit or the Pendulum?
Question was, who do you play, Greg?
I play the Pendulum. No, I play some boyfriend that shows up later or something. I think it was like the boyfriend, because he's like, again, any part you want. And I picked the one with like the least amount of dialogue. So
Do you come in at the end and ask, what's going on? What is this?
I show up
What's with that pit and that pendulum?
I show up with a picture. I think I have the same jeans, same boots, and like a black leather jacket. So
So it's a period piece.
Just like the Vincent Price version.
We'll take more questions. Yes, over here.
I was just curious if anybody was around advising about, like, the medical stuff cracked me up because, you know, there was like a blood pressure machine.
it wasn't even on. I noticed that. Yeah.
There was clearly, you know, a heart monitor noise, but nothing attached. Like, you know, it was just so.
It was just.
Was anyone out there advising in general?
Blood pressure machine that you just got from the
I mean, I can't take responsibility for all the brilliance that went on here. I just kind of showed up, but I assume that they would have like thought that out, but they didn't. You know.
I'm sure the art department, dumpster, where they sourced all these props.
I mean, that office was a huge space, and then like a little desk.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a huge room.
Yeah,
I think
it's a hospital, like a mental hospital rec room.
Yeah.
It's like a knocked over
They cleared-
chair with a police tape and everything. Like,
And there were most of those shots were out of focus as well. So I don't know. The whole thing was just wrong. I mean, I didn't think there could be something this bad. I think this. I mean, in the scorecard, this scored worse than The Room. So
oh yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, without question.
Yeah.
That's saying something. Yes, question right here.
Were you or any of the other actors on drugs during the
Okay, next question. Do you want to answer that, Greg?
I was on Taco Bell. No, I wasn't on drugs. They may have been smoking weed, I think, because like I said, I showed up and pieced out very quickly when I was done. So I just was kind of the voice of reason, I feel like, in the movie.
Yeah, they felt like it too.
I wish you hadn't pieced out so soon, Greg.
Got a question down here.
Do you have any scenes with the four-poster bed in the Pit The Pendulum?
They did use that room. I mainly stayed near the front door. That's as far as I go.
Boyfriend who shows up later / near front door. That's
I can't wait to be the Amazon engineer later tonight who's like analyzing the analytics. And, like, there's been this 5 million % increase in
the pit and the
interest in Pit and the Pendulum. No one bought it, but everyone was just interested in it.
Question down here.
So, other than the Pit and the Pendulum, if you were going to mock a movie that you would want to see, what would it be?
Any movie.
Any movie.
So the question was, what movie that Greg's in besides Pit and Pendulum would be good fun to mock?
Not that he's in.
Any movie, not a Greg movie necessarily.
Obviously, the Pit and the Pendulum would be fantastic.
Yeah.
But if we take that out of the picture, what movie would you want to see mocked?
That's an amazing question. I mean, I'd like to see everything with these guys, but if I'm trying to think of one, Johnny Suede with Brad Pitt, 1991. Tom DeSillo was like a hot director at the time, and he was trying to make like kind of a Lynch art film. He was
Yeah.
hot, and he made this movie where Brad Pitt has this huge pompadour, and he's like obsessed with these suede shoes, and it's just completely misses.
Yes.
That would be actually a really good one.
Ben, can we get that streaming and projection?
Give me that one.
Fuck the next show. We're gonna watch Johnny
Johnny
Suede right now.
Sorry, A Star Is Born.
We can't do it. We'll do it next time. Any other questions? Good question. Is that it?
This is a quick plug, though. We got
Sorry, yeah.
I got one more question. Next, working with Tommy Wiseau, who is the next most eccentric person you've worked with on info?
After Tommy Wiseau, who's the most eccentric?
I think he just wipes out Eccentric. No, actually, so we made these new movies, Best Friends 1 and 2. We're showing Best Friends 2 tomorrow at South Lamar. And
King of the Segways right here.
and I was going to say about Eccentric. So there's a really good friend of mine who is like what Tommy Wiseau wants to be, like this all-American Marlboro man. And he's in Best Friends 2, but I feel like he pulls off the eccentric in a way that works. So I would say he is probably the most eccentric guy I've worked with. So he plays a John Wayne cowboy in Volume 2. So I would say he's up there.
And Volume 2 is screening tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night at South Lamar, and I say this honestly, it's the first movie I've ever done that I can actually watch.
And you're going to be there, right? In person?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to be there. So
Great.
it'll be a reward for experiencing this tonight. So.
Is that the last question? Give it up one more time for Greg Sistero!
Yes.
Give it up for Sean John as the patient. Give it up for Sean on sound. Adding some Mission Impossible. What are you holding up there? Oh, voter registration. You got 1 day to register to vote. Is everybody registered to vote? If you're not, Sean is an official registrar and can register you right now. He can do it right now. Give it up for Sean, everybody. We got family protection. Andrew Rosas, John Smith, Turner. Don't forget to tip your wait staff. See Best Friends Volume 2 tomorrow at South Lamar with Greg Sistero in person. Good night, everybody.